So we're going to be speaking about the ADA today, a topic that unfortunately for many organizations is coming into on their radar screen. And so we're going to look at the Americans with Disabilities Act from a number of perspectives, talk about the new amendments, the new act that was developed a few years ago, and then hopefully allow some time for our interaction to discuss this. So as we begin the process, we're going to look at Americans with disabilities from a multiple perspective. So as you're thinking about this issue, one of the big concerns you have is talent management, where you have workers that are part of your talent management activity, and maybe they're injured, maybe they come with an injury, and so you have both an obligation to follow the law, but more importantly, you want to use these individuals as part of your main contact to develop your products and services. So there'll be this tension between managing the individual from the law standpoint and then managing it from a good management standpoint so that you can get the best out of these employees. There's also an economic issue from the American Disabilities Act. And so particularly in light of the conversations that we had over the last few years with the result of the recession and now moving into hopefully an advanced screen, many employers now have this economic condition where they're hiring more, but they're hiring fewer workers than they've had in the past. They rearranged their jobs, and so now the importance of individuals takes on a new context. And we want to have the best employees possible, and yet we have these laws that we have to comply with. And so that's one of the issues then that we have to address as we think about the Americans with Disabilities. Then there are the social, political activities, of course, again, talking about the laws, but then what are our requirements? As we'll see, people with disabilities have increased. So more and more individuals now have disabilities at least covered under the law, and so we will have to address that as organizations. And then, of course, as the wars hopefully come to an end and we have more and more veterans returning back to our workplace, many have been injured. And so part of then the issue then is returning these employees, these veterans, to our organization that now have disabilities that we now have to cover. And then there's just the general employment practices that we continually have to reevaluate. Are our policies correct? Are we doing those things that help us take advantage of these individuals, both from a legal standpoint, but more importantly from a business standpoint? So those will be some of the objectives that we're looking at today.